Hi and welcome to a video on the Eritrean Nakfa. In some circles known as the North Korea of Africa, a harsh dictatorship that won its independence in a long and fierce war against its overlord Ethiopia from 1960 until the 90s. Eritrea issued their own currency to replace the Ethiopian birr in 1997. The Nakfa is named after the town of Nakfa in northwestern Eritrea, as it was the first town captured by the independence rebels during the War of Independence in 1976 or 1977. So they named their currency after that town, which symbolized the independence of Eritrea against Ethiopia. So starting out, we have the one Nakfa. You can see it says the state of Eritrea is legal tender. You see these 3 Eritrean children, and of course the flags and the soldiers carrying it. All of the notes that I have before me today were issued in 1997. More would be issued later, and this old series of bills would be completely replaced by a new series in 2015, I believe. But this is the old original series of the Eritrean Nakfa. On the other side, we have a bunch of looks like school children, Eritrean school children, and a camel. We can also note that when we compare the one Nakfa bill to the next one, the 5 Nakfa bill, the 5 and above have security strips, which the one bill is lacking. And on this one we can see we have more people of Eritrea. I don't think they have any famous people on them. They're just different ordinary peoples of the country featuring on the banknotes. And here's a famous landmark, a famous tree, a real life tree in Eritrea, I believe. The notes are very similar, and you can obviously see that they are inspired, for example, by the American dollar. The font, the numbers, and such, and they have their local African touch of Eritrea. So that's the 1 and the 5. We are moving on to the 10 Nakfa banknote. There is also a 20 banknote, but I don't have that one. And like I said, it's more ordinary people of the country. And on this one we see a bridge with, it looks like a truck. It really looks like a truck. But isn't it supposed to be a train? The rest of it looks like a train. But that looks like a truck, not a train. Or a locomotive. So that's the 10 Nakfa note. I'm also showing off the ones that I have in the highest quality. Like, I suppose I can show off them now already, but I got a chunk of them right here. You might wonder, where the hell did you get those? And well, from someone traveling to Eritrea, of course. That was the change he had over. And a 50 Nakfa note. Now we are 50 times over the original bill. So this is well, it all Eritrea is a country that very rarely does trade with other countries. So it really isn't often exchanged. So the exchange rate for the Nakfa and to other countries is very uncertain. But of course, usually like with these countries, the unofficial exchange rate, since it's not a free-floating currency, is far higher. Or lower, I suppose you would call it. Lower, you're getting less of foreign currency for this than the official rate would say. I also saw that we have some other text here. To the right, this looks like Arabic. To the left, some sort of indigenous alphabet, perhaps. And interestingly, I don't think that look at the shiny camels. Awesome. Not to be faked. That the bill is in English, despite not having English as an official language. I mean, it's primarily, well, like tiny text on the side there, but basically the entire bill is in English. That's interesting that they made that choice. And here we can see some ships and a port working with those ships. Eritrea is a poor country with a lot of refugees. So I suppose they're trying to show off a possibly good side or like ambitious side of how they want the country to look like. And finally, the highest denomination we have, the 100 Nakfa note. And as with all the other bills, basically the same design, with the same ordinary people, the camels, and the Ethiopian, the Eritrean soldiers carrying the flag. And on the other side, We have a farmer working with his cows. And that's that. That's the Eritrean Nakfa for you. Like I said, this is the 1997 series, and there would be another one in 2015 that replaced these older ones. I think they have the same design really. So they were only issued due to many counterfeit notes being issued, and also supposedly because they were used a lot by human traffickers. Also, here's an example of a heavily damaged but repaired note. By the way, they used tape to repair it. It has been torn into 2 pieces. The things you do when all the money counts. As for the other ones, they are just repeats. I got a 10, another 10, a 10, a 10, another 100, another 100, one more 100, even one more 100, a 1, 1, 1, 1, and a 10. Yeah. So this guy that I got them from had a lot of spare change from going to Eritrea. He was not a smuggler. He was there on official business, by the way. Yeah. So there's the Eritrean Nakfa for you. I don't know how hard it is to actually get these. I suppose you can get them from refugees. Not that hard. Yeah. But for official currency changes or just going to the... Yeah. I suppose it can be a bit difficult to get them. But, well, here's a bunch of them at least. So, thank you for watching.